Marcus Luttrell is not a celebrity or a professional athlete. Most people have probably never heard of him, which I think is very sad considering all he's done for this country and for our freedom. He is just a soldier. He spent 8 years in the United States Navy. He joined when he was about 20 years old, and through his 8 years, he demonstrated superior qualities of heroism. Marcus Luttrell is a war hero. He possesses 3 traits of a hero. First, he is determined. Second, he is courageous. And third, he has empathy. I think every hero should possess these 3 traits. First, I'm going to talk to you about is Marcus Luttrell is determined. All soldiers are determined, but Marcus Luttrell went above and beyond what is expected. From the time he was a teenager, his dream was to become part of the elite special forces of the Navy. This is why he worked hard when all the other kids were out playing games. He worked to prepare himself mentally and physically for the upcoming career he had chosen. He joined the Navy in his early 20s and soon passed basic and went on to SEAL training. Now, SEAL training is probably the hardest physical training in the world. A Newsweek quote said, in the first 30 weeks of training, recruits run on average of 806 miles, swim 77 miles on top of constant stress and sleep deprivation. Only a fraction complete the training, but Marcus Luttrell's determination brought him through the training, and he was part of a few less than 2,500 SEALs in the world. Another quality that Marcus Luttrell possesses is his courageousness, which is probably the most obvious trait for a hero to have. Now, throughout his 8 years he served in the military, he did a lot of things that people could call courageous, but the one that stands apart from others is he went on an operation called Red Wing in June 2005. Now, this operation started out pretty good. He went there with 3 other SEAL members, I mean. They also happened to be his best friends. It started out good, but within a couple hours of them being on the mountain to capturing Al-Qaeda leader, things started going bad. They were almost completely surrounded by between 80 to 200 men, Taliban forces, that knew they were there and trying to capture them. And after a while, the fighting ensued. It was an intense battle that lasted for a couple hours. There was literally no place for them to go since they were on the mountain. They had to jump down the mountain, actually, to avoid capture. The fighting ensued for hours, and Marcus Luttrell's teammates were killed one by one as he watched them. By the end of the day, he was the only one of the force alive. He was badly injured. He had been shot in the leg and had broken his back. He couldn't walk, so he crawled on his belly for days, 5 days in the mountains before he was actually rescued. Once he was rescued, he returned and served out the rest of his 8 years in the Navy. He was awarded the Navy Cross, the second highest award for valor, because of his courageousness. But Marcus Luttrell would never consider himself a hero. He's empathetic. He only credits the 3 men who did not come down from the mountain for him being alive today. Their names were Mike Murphy, Matthew Axelton, and Danny Dees. He credits them as being true heroes. He honors them every day. He wrote the book titled Lone Survivor, the story of how he survived on that mountain today, just because he wanted everyone to know about his 3 friends that did not let him down on the mountain. He said the biggest tragedy that would have happened on that mountain was for a story of his friend's bravery not to be known by the public. He also started a foundation called the Lone Survivor Foundation. It is a nonprofit organization that helps soldiers who are returning from Afghanistan, whether they have post-traumatic stress disorder or they're just having trouble coping with being back in civilian life. Marcus Luttrell helps these people and their families by giving them a place to live if they're out of a job, stuff like that, emotional support, things of that sort. Marcus Luttrell uses his experiences that he had in his younger life and in the military to better all those around him. Marcus Luttrell has gone above and beyond what it takes to be a hero. He demonstrates 3 key factors of being a hero. 1, he is determined. 2nd, he is courageous. And 3rd, he is empathetic. I'm very thankful that we have heroes like Marcus Luttrell serving in our military today. Thank you.